If your home still doesn't feel finished, even though you've bought what feels like all the right things, this video is for you, because what actually makes a space look expensive isn't what you add, it's what you remove. I'm going to share 20 things that as a designer I see holding spaces back again and again. They're not always obvious, but once you know what to look for and what to do instead, your home will feel calmer, more elevated, and far more intentional. I'm Lana Marie, a designer helping you build a beautiful life through style and design. So let's start with number 20, and trust me, you'll want to stay to number 1. Nothing disrupts a beautiful room faster than tangled cables. Wires break the flow of your eye. They distract from the calm you're trying to create. Designers know this. The smallest interruptions in visual line can make a space feel messy. So route cords behind furniture, use matching covers, or swap for wireless lamps where you can. When you remove visual noise, your home starts to breathe again. A rug's job is to ground the space. When it's too small, floating in the middle of the room, everything else feels like it's just hovering. As a rule, the front legs of your furniture should sit on the rug. That one detail instantly connects the layout and makes the room feel larger and more intentional. It's not about price, it's about proportion. Matching cushions feel safe, but design thrives on contrast. When every cushion is identical, the space flattens. It loses depth and dimension. Instead, mix texture, scale, and tone. Maybe a boucle with linen or velvet with cotton. Keep the colours within one palette, but let the materials do the talking. That's how you move from catalogue to considered. The first thing you see when you walk in should never be clutter. Entryways are your home's handshake, and yet they're often the most over-decorated space. Too many baskets, umbrellas, giant vases, it all creates friction. Instead, think simplicity. One sculptural bowl for keys, a beautiful artwork, and warm lighting. The message becomes clear. Calm starts here. Gallery walls are tricky. Done well, they're stunning. Done wrong, they feel frantic. The mistake most people make is thinking more frames mean more personality. But the eye needs rest. Fewer, larger pieces create authority. Or try a grid, evenly spaced frames in matching tones. Intentional restraint always feels more high-end than visual noise. The glossy matching bedding sets of the past make a room feel dated and staged. A bedroom should look inviting, like real life, but elevated. Layer neutral textures instead of colour match sets. Mix cotton, linen and wool. The goal isn't perfection, it's peace. A bed that looks naturally made, not showroom perfect, feels more luxurious. Let's talk about metals, because this is where even beautiful homes can lose their sense of cohesion. Mixing metals can be stunning when it's intentional, but when every tap, handle and frame is a different finish, it creates visual tension. Chrome, brass, black, gold, each has its own undertone and personality. Chrome feels clean and modern, brass feels rich and timeless, black feels architectural. But when they all compete in the one space, it looks accidental, not designed. The fix is simple. Pick one dominant metal and repeat it throughout. Let another tone complement it, not compete. Consistency creates calm, and calm is what reads as luxury. Scent sets mood, but too much of it cheapens the experience. Plug-ins, room sprays, mixed candles, they just clash. The home starts to smell like a department store instead of a sanctuary. Choose one signature scent and keep it subtle. A single high-quality diffuser or a candle you love is enough. Sophisticated homes don't shout, they whisper. Tiny trinkets everywhere, the bowls, the candles, the ornaments, they can fragment a room. When everything is small, nothing stands out. Designers curate, gather small items into one vignette, one story, and give it room to breathe. Space is your most powerful luxury. And if you want one affordable way to make a space look instantly more expensive, change your handles. Hardware is like the jewellery of the home. Old chrome knobs or yellow brass can instantly date cabinetry. Replace them with brushed metal, matte black, or aged brass, whatever complements your palette. The small details make a big shift. People decorate walls but forget the floor and the ceiling, yet those two surfaces define atmosphere. The ceiling is your fifth wall, it frames everything below. Try painting it one shade darker for warmth or add panel detailing for depth. On the floor, use rugs to connect spaces, runners to lead the eye, texture to ground it. Design is never just horizontal, it's all encompassing. We get so used to the textiles in our home that we stop seeing them. Faded cushions, flat throws, tired curtains, they dull the atmosphere. Textiles carry emotion. Refresh them and you refresh the energy of the room. Try rotating seasonally, linen, cotton for summer, wool and boucle for winter. The goal is to create movement. That's what keeps a home alive. The most common mistake I see in home styling is overstyled shelves. When every shelf is filled, it starts to feel like decor for decor's sake. Leave white space. Negative space is elegance. Style in odd numbers, vary height and depth, and mix materials: wood, glass, ceramic. A great shelf should feel effortless, not arranged. Real plants bring movement and imperfection. And that's exactly what makes them beautiful. Faux foliage might be practical, but it rarely feels authentic. If you can't keep real plants alive, choose sculptural dried stems or preserved greenery instead. They add warmth, and honestly, that's what people feel when they walk in. Art deserves a proper frame. Plastic or glossy frames make even beautiful prints look temporary. Reframe with timber, black metal, or painted thrift finds. It's not about cost, it's about care. The frame tells you how much value you place on the piece inside it. If sitting on your sofa feels like a workout, it's time to edit. You don't need 10 cushions to look styled. You need 2 or 3 larger, better quality ones that invite you to sit down and exhale. Comfort is luxury. The hardest things to remove are often the things we spent the most on. That sofa that doesn't fit, that cabinet you never liked, they hold guilt, not joy. But design is about evolution. If something doesn't serve you, it's costing you space and energy. Free it, sell it, or rehome it, and let your home grow with you. Clutter doesn't always look messy. Sometimes it's invisible. The piles you've stopped seeing, the half-decorated surfaces, the baskets overflowing, they create mental noise. Clear one surface, just one. See how your body reacts. That peace you feel, that's design doing its job. Colour has emotional power. Too much saturation or contrast creates visual tension. Designers balance contrast with calm, neutrals that let the eye rest, with moments of warmth or depth through accessories. Restraint is what allows beauty to shine. The biggest thing to remove isn't a physical object, it's the lack of intention. Every room should support the life you want to live. How you rest, how you gather, how you work. When design becomes intentional, everything aligns. You feel calmer, lighter, and more at home in your own space. The most beautiful homes aren't the fullest. They're the most considered. Start small, one room, one shelf, one corner. With every edit, you're not just elevating your home, you're elevating how you live. And if you'd like to learn how you can help others elevate their home, just like me, I have a free training link below to get you started.